Hello and welcome to the Mindful Zone. My name is Your Name, and I'm so glad you've joined me today for this special journey into meditation, a practice that has transformed countless lives across centuries. If you're here because you want to feel calmer, reduce stress, or simply learn something new, you've come to the right place. Today we're going to explore how you can start meditating from zero using principles rooted in Buddhism, mindfulness, and modern science. Now, before we dive in, let me assure you of one thing. There's absolutely no need for prior experience. Whether you've never meditated before or you're just looking to deepen your understanding, this video is designed to guide you step by step. We'll cover everything from what meditation actually is to practical tips for making it part of your daily life. And don't worry, this isn't about achieving some mystical state or sitting perfectly still for hours on end. It's about finding small ways to bring more peace and clarity into your everyday moments. Meditation might seem intimidating at first glance, especially if you've seen images of monks sitting cross-legged for hours or read books filled with complex philosophies. But here's the truth, meditation doesn't have to be complicated. At its core, it's simply about training your attention. Think of it as exercise for your mind. Just as physical exercise strengthens your muscles, meditation helps strengthen your focus, emotional resilience, and overall well-being. What makes meditation particularly powerful is its deep connection to ancient wisdom traditions like Buddhism. These teachings have been refined over thousands of years, offering insights into how we can live with greater awareness and compassion. But, and this is important, you don't need to adopt any specific beliefs or religious practices to benefit from these tools. Meditation is universal. It's a gift anyone can use to navigate life's challenges with more grace and ease. Throughout this video, we'll break things down into manageable chapters so you can follow along easily. Each section will build upon the last, creating a solid foundation for your practice. Along the way, I'll share stories, tips, and insights inspired by both ancient wisdom and modern research. You'll also find plenty of opportunities to pause and reflect, allowing you to fully absorb what we're discussing. As we move forward, keep in mind that meditation isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Some days will feel easier than others, and that's okay. What matters most is showing up consistently, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. Over time, you'll begin to notice subtle shifts, not only in how you feel, but also in how you relate to the world around you. So take a deep breath. Inhale slowly and exhale gently. Feel yourself settling into this moment. Let go of any expectations or judgments. This is your time to explore, to learn, and to grow. Together, we'll embark on a journey that has the potential to transform not only your mind, but also your heart and your life. Are you ready? Let's begin. Chapter 1. What is meditation? Meditation is often misunderstood as something mysterious or difficult, but at its core, it's simply about training your attention. Think of it as exercise for your mind. Just as physical exercise strengthens your muscles, meditation helps strengthen your mental clarity, focus, and emotional resilience. To truly understand what meditation is, let's break it down into its essential components and explore its history, philosophy, and practical applications. First, let's talk about what meditation isn't. It's not about emptying your mind completely or achieving some kind of mystical state. It's also not about forcing yourself into a rigid posture or sitting still for hours on end. Instead, meditation is about cultivating awareness of your thoughts, emotions, body sensations, and the world around you. It's about learning to observe without judgment and developing a deeper connection to the present moment. At its heart, meditation is an intentional practice. Every time you sit down to meditate, you're setting aside a few moments to focus inward. This intentionality is key because it shifts your mindset from being reactive to being reflective. When you approach meditation with purpose, even if that purpose is as simple as wanting to feel calmer, you create space for transformation. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, but over time, consistent practice can lead to profound changes in how you think, feel, and interact with the world. Now, where does meditation come from? While meditation has become increasingly popular in modern Western culture, its roots stretch back thousands of years. One of the earliest and most influential traditions is Buddhism, which emerged in ancient India around 2,500 years ago. The Buddha, whose teachings form the foundation of Buddhism, emphasized the importance of meditation as a path to enlightenment or awakening. According to Buddhist philosophy, much of human suffering arises from attachment to desires and aversion to discomfort. Meditation provides tools to recognize these patterns and respond to life's challenges with greater wisdom and compassion. But here's the thing, you don't need to be a Buddhist or adopt any religious beliefs to benefit from meditation. Many contemporary practices draw inspiration from Buddhist teachings while remaining secular and accessible to people of all backgrounds. For example, mindfulness meditation, a technique that involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment, has been adapted into programs like mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR, and mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, MBCT. These evidence-based approaches have been shown to help reduce symptoms of anxiety, depression, and chronic pain, making them valuable tools for improving mental and physical health. So how does meditation actually work? At a basic level, it trains your brain to focus and regulate emotions. Neuroscientific research has shown that regular meditation can lead to structural changes in the brain, particularly in areas associated with attention, memory, and emotional processing. For instance, studies have found that long-term meditators tend to have increased grey matter density in regions like the prefrontal cortex, which plays a role in decision-making and self-control. They also show reduced activity in the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for fear and stress responses. These findings suggest that meditation can literally rewire your brain, helping you become more resilient and adaptable. There are many different types of meditation, each with its own techniques and goals. Some focus on breath awareness, encouraging you to anchor your attention on the rhythm of your inhales and exhales. Others involve repeating mantras, words, or phrases designed to quiet the mind and cultivate positive qualities like peace or love. Still others use visualization exercises guiding you to imagine calming scenes or compassionate interactions. Despite their differences, all forms of meditation share a common thread. They invite you to step out of autopilot mode and engage fully with the present moment. One of the most widely practiced forms of meditation today is mindfulness. Mindfulness is essentially the art of paying attention, on purpose, in the present moment, and without judgment. It encourages you to notice what's happening right now, whether it's the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the taste of food in your mouth, or the emotions bubbling up inside you. By bringing awareness to these experiences, you begin to see them more clearly and relate to them with greater kindness and understanding. Mindfulness isn't limited to formal meditation sessions. It can be integrated into everyday activities. For example, you might practice mindful eating by savoring each bite of your meal, noticing its flavors, textures, and aromas. Or you could try mindful walking, focusing on the movement of your legs and the feeling of your feet connecting with the earth. These small acts of presence add up, creating opportunities to slow down and appreciate the richness of life. Another powerful form of meditation is loving kindness, or metta. This practice involves cultivating feelings of goodwill and compassion for yourself, loved ones, acquaintances, and even people you find challenging. During a loving kindness meditation, you silently repeat phrases like, "May I be happy," "May I be healthy," "May I be safe." Then you extend those wishes outward, imagining them reaching others. Over time, this practice can soften feelings of anger or resentment and foster a sense of connection and belonging. Breath-focused meditation is another cornerstone of many traditions. In this practice, you direct your attention to your breath, using it as an anchor to keep you grounded in the present moment. Whenever your mind wanders, and it will, you gently bring your focus back to your breathing. This process teaches patience and persistence, reinforcing the idea that meditation is less about achieving perfection and more about embracing the journey. It's worth noting that meditation isn't always easy. In fact, it can sometimes feel uncomfortable or frustrating, especially when you first start. You might notice racing thoughts, restlessness, or even boredom. These reactions are completely normal. The beauty of meditation lies in its ability to reveal the workings of your mind without requiring you to change anything immediately. By observing your thoughts and emotions with curiosity rather than criticism, you develop a healthier relationship with them. Over time, however, the benefits of meditation become undeniable. People who meditate regularly often report feeling calmer, more focused, and better equipped to handle stress. They may experience improved sleep, enhanced creativity, and stronger relationships. Some even describe a profound sense of inner peace, a deep knowing that no matter what happens externally, they can remain centered and grounded. To give you a clearer picture of what meditation feels like, imagine sitting quietly in a comfortable position. Your eyes are closed and you're taking slow, deliberate breaths. As you breathe in, you feel your chest rise slightly. As you breathe out, you feel your shoulders relax. Now bring your attention to the sensation of air moving through your nostrils. Notice its temperature, its texture. If your mind starts to wander to thoughts about work, chores, or future plans, acknowledge those thoughts without judgment. Then, gently guide your focus back to your breath. The simple act of returning to the present moment is at the heart of meditation. Each time you do it, you're strengthening your ability to stay focused and calm. And while it may seem insignificant in the moment, these tiny efforts accumulate over time, leading to meaningful changes in your life. As we move forward, we'll explore specific techniques and strategies for building a sustainable meditation practice. We'll discuss how to set up your space, choose the right posture, and deal with distractions. We'll also delve into advanced topics like integrating mindfulness into daily life and deepening your spiritual connection. But for now, hold on to this foundational understanding. Meditation is a practice of presence, intention, and compassion. It's a way of relating to yourself and the world with openness and curiosity. By committing to this journey, even in small ways, you open yourself up to endless possibilities for growth and transformation. Chapter 2. Why start meditating? Meditation isn't just another trend or wellness buzzword. It's a practice with profound benefits that span physical, mental, and emotional well-being. In this chapter, we'll explore why meditation matters and how it can transform your life in meaningful ways. Whether you're seeking relief from stress, a deeper connection to yourself, or tools to navigate life's challenges, meditation offers something for everyone. Let's start by addressing one of the most common reasons people turn to meditation: stress reduction. Modern life is fast-paced, demanding, and often overwhelming. Between work deadlines, family responsibilities, financial pressures, and societal expectations, it's easy to feel like you're constantly running on a treadmill that never stops. Chronic stress takes a toll on both your body and mind, contributing to issues like high blood pressure, weakened immune function, insomnia, anxiety, and burnout. Meditation acts as a reset button, helping you step off the treadmill, even if only for a few minutes, and reconnect with a sense of calm and balance. Research has shown that regular meditation can significantly reduce levels of cortisol, the hormone associated with stress. By activating the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your nervous system responsible for rest and relaxation, meditation helps counteract the fight-or-flight response that so often dominates our lives. This doesn't mean that external stresses will magically disappear, but it does mean you'll be better equipped to handle them without becoming overwhelmed. Beyond stress management, meditation also enhances emotional resilience. Life inevitably throws curveballs, unexpected setbacks, disappointments, and losses. And how we respond to these challenges shapes our overall well-being. Meditation teaches us to observe our emotions without being consumed by them. Instead of reacting impulsively out of anger, fear, or frustration, we learn to pause, reflect, and choose a more thoughtful response. This skill alone can transform relationships, improve communication, and foster greater self-awareness. Take a moment to consider what happens when you're triggered emotionally. Maybe someone cuts you off in traffic, or you receive critical feedback at work. Your initial reaction might be irritation, defensiveness, or even rage, but through meditation you begin to notice these automatic responses before they spiral out of control. You create space between stimulus and response, a concept famously articulated by Viktor Frankl, who said, "Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response." Meditation expands that space, giving you the clarity to act intentionally rather than reactively. Another compelling reason to meditate is its impact on focus and concentration. In today's digital age, distractions are everywhere. Emails, social media notifications, endless scrolling. Our attention spans have grown shorter, making it harder to stay focused on tasks that require sustained effort. Meditation trains your brain to resist distractions and maintain attention. Studies have shown that regular practitioners demonstrate improved cognitive performance, including enhanced memory, problem-solving abilities, and decision-making skills. These benefits aren't limited to intellectual pursuits. They extend to everyday activities like reading, writing, and even conversations. Speaking of conversations, meditation can also improve your relationships. When you're less reactive and more present, you listen more deeply and communicate more effectively. You're able to tune into others' emotions and perspectives without letting your own biases cloud the interaction. This fosters empathy, understanding, and trust, all essential ingredients for healthy, fulfilling relationships. Additionally, practices like loving-kindness meditation help cultivate compassion not only for others, but also for yourself. Self-compassion is particularly important because it allows you to treat yourself with kindness during difficult times, reducing feelings of shame or inadequacy. Now let's talk about sleep, one of the most underrated pillars of health. Poor sleep is linked to a host of problems including fatigue, irritability, impaired cognitive function, and increased risk of chronic diseases. Many people struggle with falling asleep or staying asleep due to racing thoughts, worry, or general restlessness. Meditation addresses these issues by calming the mind and relaxing the body. Techniques like body scans, progressive muscle relaxation, and breath-focused meditation prepare your system for restful sleep. Over time, consistent practice can regulate your circadian rhythm and improve sleep quality. For those interested in personal growth, meditation serves as a powerful tool for self-discovery. It invites you to explore the depths of your consciousness, uncovering patterns, beliefs, and habits that may no longer serve you. Through introspection, you gain insight into your values, desires, and purpose. This heightened self-awareness empowers you to make choices aligned with your authentic self, leading to a more fulfilling and intentional life. On a spiritual level, meditation opens doors to experiences of interconnectedness and transcendence. While spirituality means different things to different people, many find that meditation deepens their sense of connection to themselves, to others, and to the universe at large. Practices like mindfulness and loving-kindness meditation nurture qualities like gratitude, humility, and awe, reminding us of the beauty and mystery of existence. Even if you don't identify as spiritual, these practices can evoke a profound appreciation for life's simple joys. From a scientific perspective, the benefits of meditation are undeniable. Neuroimaging studies have revealed that regular meditation leads to structural changes in the brain, particularly in regions associated with attention, emotional regulation, and empathy. For example, the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for executive functions like planning and impulse control, tends to thicken in long-term meditators. Conversely, the amygdala, the brain's fear center, shrinks, resulting in reduced reactivity to stressors. These findings underscore the tangible, measurable effects of meditation on brain health. Physical health also stands to benefit from meditation. Chronic inflammation, which underlies many illnesses, can be mitigated through practices like mindfulness and yoga. Meditation has been shown to lower blood pressure, improve cardiovascular health, and boost immune function. It may even slow the aging process by preserving telomere length, the protective caps on chromosomes that shorten with age. While meditation shouldn't replace medical treatment, it complements conventional approaches by promoting holistic well-being. Creativity is another area where meditation shines. When you quiet the noise in your mind, you create space for new ideas to emerge. Many artists, writers, and innovators credit meditation with unlocking their creative potential. By fostering a state of relaxed alertness, meditation allows you to access your subconscious mind, where inspiration often resides. Whether you're brainstorming solutions to a problem or pursuing a passion project, meditation can enhance your ability to think outside the box. Finally, let's not overlook the ripple effect of meditation. When you commit to this practice, you not only improve your own life, but also contribute to the well-being of those around you. A calmer, more compassionate version of yourself radiates positivity, influencing your interactions and inspiring others to adopt similar habits. Imagine a world where more people prioritize presence over distraction, kindness over judgment, and peace over conflict. Meditation is a step toward creating that reality. So why should you start meditating? Because it offers practical tools for navigating life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. Because it nurtures your body, sharpens your mind, and soothes your soul. Because it connects you to something larger than yourself, whether that's nature, humanity, or the infinite possibilities within you. And because, ultimately, meditation reminds us that happiness isn't found in external achievements or possessions, it's cultivated within. As we move forward in this video, keep these motivations in mind. Remember that every step you take on this journey brings you closer to a calmer, clearer, and more compassionate version of yourself. Let's continue exploring how to build a sustainable meditation practice and integrate mindfulness into your daily life. Chapter 3: The Basics of Mindfulness. Mindfulness is one of the most accessible and transformative forms of meditation, yet it's also one of the most misunderstood. At its core, mindfulness is about paying attention, on purpose, in the present moment, and without judgment. It's a simple concept, but don't let its simplicity fool you. Practicing mindfulness can profoundly change how you experience life, helping you cultivate greater awareness, clarity, and compassion. To truly understand mindfulness, we need to break it down into its key components: presence, non-judgment, and acceptance. Let's explore each of these elements in detail. Presence. Presence is the foundation of mindfulness. It means being fully engaged with whatever you're doing right now, not lost in thoughts about the past or worries about the future. Most of us spend a significant portion of our lives operating on autopilot. We eat meals while scrolling through our phones, drive to work without remembering the journey, or have conversations while mentally rehearsing what we'll say next. Mindfulness invites us to step out of this automatic mode and into the richness of the present moment. Think about the last time you ate something. Did you savor each bite, noticing its flavors, textures, and aromas? Or did you rush through the meal, barely tasting it? Mindful eating is just one example of how presence can transform an ordinary activity into a deeply satisfying experience. By slowing down and tuning into your senses, you begin to appreciate the small joys that often go unnoticed. This principle applies to everything you do. Whether you're brushing your teeth, taking a shower, or walking to the store, mindfulness encourages you to bring your full attention to the task at hand. Over time, this habit rewires your brain, strengthening neural pathways associated with focus and awareness. You start to notice details you might have overlooked before: a bird singing outside your window, the feeling of sunlight on your skin, or the rhythm of your breath. Non-judgment. The second pillar of mindfulness is non-judgment. This doesn't mean suppressing your opinions or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about observing your thoughts, emotions, and experiences without labeling them as good or bad, right or wrong. Judgment creates a divide between you and the world, fostering feelings of dissatisfaction and resistance. Non-judgment bridges that gap, allowing you to meet life with openness and curiosity. Consider how often you criticize yourself throughout the day. Maybe you tell yourself you're not smart enough, attractive enough, or productive enough. These self-critical thoughts reinforce negative beliefs and erode your confidence over time. Mindfulness teaches you to recognize these patterns without identifying with them. When you notice a judgmental thought arise, you acknowledge it. There's my inner critic again, and then let it pass, like clouds drifting across the sky. The same approach applies to external events. Instead of reacting emotionally to situations, mindfulness helps you respond thoughtfully. For instance, if someone cuts you off in traffic, you might feel a surge of anger. But instead of honking your horn or muttering under your breath, you pause and observe the emotion. "I'm feeling angry," you note silently. Then you choose whether to act on that anger or let it dissolve. This ability to step back from your impulses is incredibly empowering. Acceptance. Finally, mindfulness involves acceptance, an attitude of embracing reality as it is, rather than resisting or trying to control it. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means acknowledging things for what they are and working with them skillfully. Life is full of uncertainties, challenges, and discomforts. Fighting against these inevitabilities only amplifies suffering. Acceptance allows you to face difficulties with courage and grace, knowing that pain is part of the human experience. For example, imagine you're stuck in a long line at the grocery store. Your instinct might be to feel frustrated or impatient, but mindfulness invites you to shift your perspective. Instead of focusing on the delay, you could use the opportunity to practice gratitude for the food you're buying, the people around you, or simply the fact that you're alive and breathing. This subtle shift transforms a potentially stressful situation into a moment of connection and appreciation. Now that we've covered the principles of mindfulness, let's delve into how to practice it effectively. One of the simplest ways to cultivate mindfulness is through breath awareness. Your breath is always with you, making it an ideal anchor for your attention. To begin, find a comfortable position, either seated or lying down, and close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. Take a few deep breaths, inhaling slowly through your nose and exhaling gently through your mouth. As you settle into a natural rhythm, bring your focus to the sensation of air entering and leaving your nostrils. Notice the temperature of the air, the rise and fall of your chest, the subtle expansion and contraction of your abdomen. If your mind starts to wander to thoughts about work, chores, or random memories, gently guide your attention back to your breath. There's no need to force anything or judge yourself for getting distracted. Simply observe where your mind went and return to the present moment. Breath awareness is a gateway to other mindfulness practices, such as body scans and sensory exploration. A body scan involves systematically bringing your attention to different parts of your body, starting from your toes and moving upward. As you focus on each area, notice any sensations, tingling, warmth, tightness, or numbness, without trying to change them. This practice fosters a deeper connection to your physical self and can help release tension stored in your muscles. Sensory exploration takes mindfulness beyond the body, encouraging you to engage fully with your surroundings. For instance, during a mindful walk, you might pay attention to the sounds of birds chirping, the texture of the ground beneath your feet, or the scent of flowers blooming nearby. By immersing yourself in the present moment, you create a sense of wonder and aliveness that counteracts the monotony of routine. Another powerful mindfulness technique is noting. Noting involves silently labeling your experiences as they arise. For example, if you notice a thought, you might say to yourself, "thinking." If you feel an emotion, you could label it as anger, joy, or sadness. Similarly, if you become aware of a physical sensation, you might note it as pain, warmth, or tension. This process helps you develop objectivity, preventing you from getting swept away by your inner world. Loving-kindness meditation, or metta, is another form of mindfulness that cultivates compassion. During this practice, you silently repeat phrases like, "May I be happy," "May I be healthy," "May I be safe." Then you extend those wishes outward, to loved ones, acquaintances, and even people you find challenging. Loving-kindness meditation softens feelings of resentment and fosters a sense of interconnectedness, reminding you that everyone shares the desire for happiness and freedom from suffering. While mindfulness offers countless benefits, it's important to approach it realistically. Some days your practice will feel effortless. Other days it might feel frustrating or uninspired. That's okay. Meditation isn't about achieving some ideal state. It's about showing up consistently, regardless of how you feel. Over time, these small efforts compound, leading to meaningful changes in your mindset and behavior. One common misconception about mindfulness is that it eliminates stress or difficult emotions. In reality, mindfulness doesn't erase challenges, it equips you to navigate them more skillfully. By observing your thoughts and feelings without attachment, you gain perspective and reduce their power over you. This doesn't mean you'll never feel sad, anxious, or angry again. It means you'll relate to those emotions differently, recognizing them as temporary states rather than permanent truths. Another challenge people face when starting mindfulness is finding time to practice. Between work, family, and personal commitments, carving out space for meditation can seem daunting. However, mindfulness doesn't require hours of dedication. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference if done consistently. You can incorporate mindfulness into daily activities such as drinking tea, washing dishes, or commuting. The key is to stay present and engaged, no matter what you're doing. Ultimately, mindfulness is a lifelong journey. As you deepen your practice, you'll discover new layers of insight and understanding. You might notice shifts in your relationships, career, or overall outlook on life. Perhaps you'll develop a greater appreciation for simplicity, finding joy in the ordinary moments that once seemed mundane. Or maybe you'll uncover a profound sense of peace, realizing that true contentment comes not from external achievements, but from within. In summary, mindfulness is a practice of presence, non-judgment, and acceptance. It invites you to live fully in each moment, cultivating awareness and compassion for yourself and others. While it may take time to master, the rewards are well worth the effort. By committing to this path, even in small ways, you open yourself up to endless possibilities for growth and transformation. Chapter 4. Setting up your space. Creating a dedicated space for meditation can make all the difference in your practice. While meditation itself doesn't require any specific environment, you can meditate anywhere, anytime. Having a designated spot where you consistently return helps signal to your mind that it's time to slow down and focus inward. In this chapter, we'll explore how to set up your meditation space, why it matters, and how to adapt if circumstances don't allow for an ideal setup. Let's start by addressing the importance of space. Think about how certain environments influence your mood and behavior. A cluttered room might leave you feeling scattered or overwhelmed, while a clean, organized space can promote calmness and clarity. Similarly, your meditation space acts as a container for your practice, providing structure and support. It becomes a sanctuary, a place where you feel safe, grounded, and free from distractions. Now, before you rush out to buy expensive cushions, incense, or decorative items, let me reassure you that simplicity is key. You don't need anything elaborate to create a meditation space. What truly matters is intentionality. Whether you have a spare room, a corner of your living area, or even just a chair in your bedroom, what makes the space special is the energy you bring to it and the purpose you assign to it. If possible, choose a quiet location where interruptions are minimal. This could be a secluded part of your home, a balcony overlooking nature, or even a closet converted into a personal retreat. The goal is to find somewhere where you won't feel self-conscious or disturbed. If complete silence isn't feasible, perhaps you live in a busy household or apartment, don't let that deter you. Meditation isn't about escaping noise, it's about learning to coexist with it. Over time, you'll discover that external sounds can actually enhance your practice, serving as reminders to stay present. Once you've identified your space, consider adding elements that evoke tranquility and comfort. Start with seating. For most people, sitting on the floor works best, but if flexibility is an issue, a chair or bench is perfectly fine. Use a cushion or folded blanket to elevate your hips slightly above your knees, which helps maintain proper posture and reduces strain on your lower back. If kneeling feels comfortable, invest in a meditation bench or zabuton, a flat mat, for additional support. Experiment with different options until you find what suits you. Lighting plays a crucial role in setting the tone for your practice. Natural light is ideal as it connects you to the rhythms of the day and creates a sense of openness. Position your space near a window if possible, allowing sunlight to filter in during the morning or evening. If natural light isn't available, use soft artificial lighting such as a dim lamp or string lights. Avoid harsh fluorescent bulbs which can feel sterile and uninviting. Candles are another excellent choice, not only for their gentle glow but also for their symbolic representation of mindfulness. They remind us to stay present, moment by moment. Scent is another powerful way to enhance your meditation space. Certain aromas like lavender, sandalwood, or eucalyptus have calming properties that can deepen relaxation. Essential oils diffused into the air or scented candles can infuse your space with a soothing atmosphere. However, be mindful of overdoing it. Too much fragrance can become distracting or overwhelming. Choose one scent that resonates with you and use it sparingly. Plants are wonderful additions to any meditation space. They purify the air, add visual interest, and connect you to the natural world. Studies show that exposure to greenery lowers stress levels and boosts mood, making plants perfect companions for your practice. If real plants aren't practical, consider incorporating images of nature, photographs, paintings, or prints that inspire feelings of serenity and expansiveness. Soundscapes can also enrich your meditation experience. While silence is often preferred, ambient sounds like rain, ocean waves, or birdsong can mask unwanted noise and create a peaceful auditory backdrop. There are countless apps and playlists designed specifically for meditation, offering everything from binaural beats to classical music. Alternatively, wind chimes, singing bowls, or a small fountain can provide gentle, organic tones that resonate with the rhythm of your breath. Personal touches are what truly transform a generic space into your meditation space. Display objects that hold meaning for you, a statue, crystal, or piece of artwork that reflects your values or aspirations. These items serve as anchors, grounding you in your intention each time you sit down to meditate. Just remember to keep decorations minimal. Too many distractions can pull your attention away from the practice itself. For those with a limited space or resources, creativity is your greatest ally. If sharing a room with others, establish boundaries, whether physical or temporal, to carve out moments of solitude. A simple folding screen can create privacy, or you can agree on specific times when the space is reserved exclusively for meditation. Even a corner of your desk adorned with a candle and a meaningful object can suffice if that's all you have. Remember, the essence of meditation lies within you, not in the trappings around you. Now, let's talk about consistency. Once you've created your space, commit to using it regularly. Consistency builds familiarity, reinforcing the association between the space and your practice. Try to meditate at the same time each day, whether it's first thing in the morning, during lunch breaks, or before bed. Establishing a routine makes meditation feel less like a chore and more like a cherished ritual. That said, flexibility is equally important. Life happens, and there will be days when sticking to your usual schedule feels impossible. On those occasions, adapt without guilt. Meditate wherever you are, even if it's at your office desk, in your car, or on public transportation. The beauty of meditation is its portability. As long as you bring awareness to the present moment, you can practice anywhere. Another consideration is posture. Your seating arrangement should support an upright yet relaxed position. Sit with your spine straight but not rigid, shoulders relaxed and chin slightly tucked. Rest your hands lightly on your lap or knees, palms facing up or down depending on what feels most natural. Keep your gaze soft, either closed or focused on a single point ahead. Proper alignment ensures optimal breathing and minimizes discomfort, enabling you to meditate longer without fatigue. If physical limitations prevent traditional seated postures, don't hesitate to explore alternatives. Reclining meditation is perfectly valid, especially if lying down allows you to relax fully. Just be mindful of the tendency to fall asleep, particularly if you're meditating in bed. Propping yourself up with pillows or leaning against a wall can strike a balance between comfort and alertness. Finally, treat your meditation space with care and respect. Regularly tidy up dust surfaces and refresh any perishable items like flowers or incense ash. This act of maintenance mirrors the inner work you're doing. It reinforces the idea that taking care of your external environment supports your internal growth. Additionally, avoid using your meditation space for other activities such as working, eating, or watching TV. Keeping it sacred preserves its power to transport you into a state of mindfulness whenever you enter. In summary, setting up your meditation space is about creating an environment that nurtures presence, intention, and stillness. Whether you have a luxurious meditation room or a humble corner of your home, the key is to infuse the space with qualities that resonate with you. By cultivating a sense of reverence for your practice and honoring the space you dedicate to it, you lay the groundwork for deeper exploration and transformation. And remember, the true magic of meditation happens not in the space itself, but in the connection you forge with your own mind and heart. Chapter 5: Posture and Breathing Techniques. Posture and breathing are the foundation of any meditation practice. While meditation is often described as a mental exercise, it's deeply rooted in the physical body. How you sit and how you breathe can significantly influence your experience, shaping everything from your level of comfort to your ability to focus. In this chapter, we'll explore the importance of posture, effective breathing techniques, and how these elements work together to support your practice. Let's begin with posture. At first glance, posture might seem like a minor detail compared to the profound goals of meditation, cultivating mindfulness, reducing stress, or achieving enlightenment. But posture isn't just about aesthetics. It's a practical tool that supports both your physical well-being and your mental clarity. When your body is aligned correctly, it becomes easier to breathe deeply, stay alert, and remain comfortable for extended periods. Conversely, poor posture can lead to discomfort, distraction, and even fatigue, undermining your efforts before they've had a chance to take root. So, what does good posture look like in meditation? The key principles are simplicity, stability, and relaxation. Start by finding a position that feels natural and sustainable. For most people, sitting on the floor works best, but if flexibility or joint issues make this challenging, a chair or cushioned bench is perfectly acceptable. The goal is to create a stable base that allows you to sit upright without straining. If you choose to sit on the floor, consider using a meditation cushion, zabuton, or folded blanket to elevate your hips slightly above your knees. This tilts your pelvis forward, encouraging a straighter spine and reducing pressure on your lower back. Cross your legs comfortably, either in a half lotus, full lotus, or simply crossed at the ankles, and rest your feet flat against the floor. Avoid tucking one foot under the opposite thigh unless you're experienced, as this can cause strain over time. For those who prefer kneeling, a meditation bench or bolster can provide excellent support. Place the bench beneath your buttocks, allowing your shins and tops of your feet to rest on the floor. Lean forward slightly, keeping your weight evenly distributed across your knees and the bench. This posture promotes an open chest and relaxed shoulders, making it easier to breathe deeply. If sitting on the floor or kneeling isn't an option, a chair is a great alternative. Sit toward the edge of the seat, ensuring your feet are planted firmly on the ground. Keep your back straight but not rigid, imagining a string gently pulling the crown of your head upward. Rest your hands lightly on your thighs or lap, palms facing down for grounding or up for receptivity. Allow your shoulders to relax naturally, neither hunched nor forced backward. Regardless of your chosen posture, there are a few universal guidelines to keep in mind. First, maintain a straight yet relaxed spine. Think of your vertebrae as stacked blocks, each one resting effortlessly on top of the next. Avoid slouching, which compresses your lungs and restricts airflow, but also avoid arching excessively, which creates tension. Second, keep your chin slightly tucked and your gaze soft. Closing your eyes can help minimize distractions, but if you feel more comfortable with them open, lower your gaze to a neutral point a few feet ahead. Third, relax your jaw, neck and shoulders, areas where tension often accumulates during meditation. Once you've established a stable posture, let's turn our attention to breathing, the other cornerstone of meditation. Breathing is more than just a physiological process. It's a bridge between the body and mind. By focusing on your breath, you anchor yourself in the present moment, quieting the chatter of thoughts and emotions. Moreover, conscious breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, triggering a cascade of calming effects throughout your body. There are many ways to incorporate breathing into your meditation practice, but let's start with the basics. Diaphragmatic breathing, also known as belly breathing. This technique involves engaging your diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle located below your lungs, to draw air deeply into your abdomen rather than shallowly into your chest. Diaphragmatic breathing maximizes oxygen intake, slows your heart rate, and induces a state of relaxation. To practice diaphragmatic breathing, place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. As you inhale through your nose, imagine filling your abdomen with air, allowing your lower hand to rise while keeping your upper hand relatively still. Exhale slowly through your mouth, letting your abdomen fall naturally. Repeat this cycle several times, feeling your body settle into a rhythm. Over time, this pattern will become second nature, enabling you to breathe deeply without conscious effort. Another powerful breathing technique is box breathing, sometimes referred to as square breathing. This method involves inhaling, holding, exhaling, and pausing for equal counts, creating a steady, rhythmic flow. Begin by inhaling deeply through your nose for 4 seconds, expanding your lungs fully. Hold the breath for another 4 seconds, then exhale slowly through your mouth for 4 seconds. Finally, pause for 4 seconds before beginning the next cycle. Box breathing is particularly effective for reducing anxiety and improving focus, as it synchronizes your respiratory and cardiovascular systems. Alternate nostril breathing, or nadi shodhana, is a yogic breathing technique that balances energy channels in the body. To practice, use your thumb to close your right nostril and inhale deeply through your left nostril. At the peak of the inhalation, close your left nostril with your ring finger and release your thumb, exhaling through your right nostril. Inhale through your right nostril, then switch sides again. Continue alternating for several rounds, noticing how the practice calms your nervous system and centers your mind. Breath counting is another simple yet potent tool for cultivating mindfulness. As you breathe naturally, count each inhalation and exhalation silently in your mind. For example, inhale 1, exhale 2, inhale 3, exhale 4. If you reach 10 without losing count, start over from 1. If your mind wanders, and it probably will, gently acknowledge the distraction and return to counting. This technique trains your attention and builds resilience against mental clutter. Beyond specific techniques, it's important to approach your breath with curiosity and kindness. Instead of trying to control or manipulate it, observe its natural rhythm. Notice the sensation of air entering and leaving your nostrils, the rise and fall of your chest or abdomen, and the subtle pauses between breaths. These observations anchor you in the present moment, fostering a sense of connection and groundedness. Now let's address some common challenges related to posture and breathing. One frequent issue is discomfort. especially for beginners who aren't accustomed to sitting still for long periods. Discomfort is normal, it's part of the process, but there are steps you can take to mitigate it. First, experiment with different postures until you find one that minimizes strain. Second, incorporate gentle stretches or yoga poses into your routine to improve flexibility and release tension. Third, remember that meditation doesn't require marathon sessions. Start with 5 or 10 minutes and gradually increase duration as your endurance improves. Another challenge is maintaining focus on the breath. It's easy to get caught up in thoughts, worries, or external stimuli, causing your attention to drift away. When this happens, and it will happen, don't judge yourself harshly. Simply notice where your mind went, then gently guide your awareness back to your breath. Each time you do this, you strengthen your ability to concentrate and regulate your emotions. Some practitioners struggle with feeling stuck in their breathing patterns, unable to access deeper states of relaxation. If this resonates with you, try incorporating movement into your practice. Gentle activities like walking meditation, Tai Chi or Qigong combine mindful movement with conscious breathing, helping you break free from stagnant energy. Alternatively, visualize your breath flowing through your body, imagining it dissolving blockages and restoring balance. Finally, it's worth noting that posture and breathing aren't isolated components. They interact dynamically to enhance your meditation experience. Good posture facilitates optimal breathing, while mindful breathing reinforces proper alignment. Together, they create a feedback loop that amplifies the benefits of meditation. For example, when you sit upright with a relaxed spine, your lungs have more room to expand, enabling deeper inhalations. Similarly, when you breathe deeply and steadily, your muscles relax, promoting better posture. In summary, posture and breathing are essential pillars of meditation, providing structure and stability for your practice. By cultivating a strong, grounded foundation, you set yourself up for success, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. Whether you're sitting cross-legged on a cushion, kneeling on a bench, or perched on the edge of a chair, remember that the true essence of meditation lies in your willingness to show up and engage fully. With patience, persistence, and compassion, you'll discover that posture and breathing aren't obstacles to overcome, but allies on your journey toward greater peace and presence. Chapter 6. Loving-kindness meditation. Loving-kindness meditation, also known as metta meditation, is one of the most transformative practices you can incorporate into your life. Rooted in ancient Buddhist teachings, this technique cultivates feelings of goodwill, compassion, and love, not only for yourself but also for others. While many forms of meditation focus on calming the mind or sharpening awareness, loving-kindness meditation goes a step further, nurturing the heart and fostering a deep sense of interconnectedness. In this chapter, we'll explore what loving-kindness meditation is, why it matters, and how to practice it effectively. Let's start by defining metta. The Pali word metta translates to loving-kindness or friendliness, and it refers to an unconditional, inclusive form of love that extends beyond romantic or familial bonds. Unlike the fleeting emotions we often associate with love, passion, infatuation, or attachment, metta is steady, expansive, and free from expectations. It's not about liking someone or feeling warm fuzzies toward them, it's about wishing them well, regardless of whether they're kind to you, difficult, or even strangers. At its core, loving-kindness meditation involves silently repeating phrases that express goodwill and compassion. These phrases are simple yet profound, designed to plant seeds of positivity in your mind and heart. Common examples include, "May I be happy," "May I be healthy," "May I be safe," "May I live with ease." As you repeat these words, you direct them first toward yourself, then outward to others, loved ones, acquaintances, challenging individuals, and eventually all beings everywhere. This progressive expansion mirrors the ripple effect of kindness, reminding us that our actions and intentions impact the world around us. Why does loving kindness matter? For starters, it counters the negativity bias that dominates much of human thinking. Evolutionarily speaking, our brains are wired to prioritize threats and dangers over opportunities and joys, a survival mechanism that helped our ancestors avoid predators and navigate harsh environments. While this trait was useful millennia ago, it often backfires in modern life, causing us to dwell on criticism, rejection, or perceived slights. Loving-kindness meditation rewires this tendency, training your mind to focus on positive qualities like empathy, gratitude, and connection. Research supports the benefits of loving-kindness meditation. Studies have shown that regular practitioners experience reduced symptoms of anxiety and depression, increased feelings of social connectedness, and improved emotional regulation. Physiologically, the practice lowers cortisol levels, boosts oxytocin production, the bonding hormone, and enhances vagal tone, a measure of heart rate variability linked to resilience and well-being. Over time, these changes translate into tangible improvements in relationships, self-esteem, and overall happiness. But perhaps the most compelling reason to practice loving-kindness is its capacity to dissolve barriers between self and other. So much of our suffering stems from feelings of separation, believing we're fundamentally alone or disconnected from those around us. Loving-kindness meditation challenges this illusion by reminding us of our shared humanity. Whether you're sending wishes of peace to a close friend or a stranger halfway across the globe, you tap into a universal truth. Everyone wants to be happy and free from suffering. This realization fosters compassion, reduces judgment, and inspires acts of kindness in everyday life. Now, let's talk about how to practice loving-kindness meditation. Begin by finding a comfortable position, seated or lying down, and closing your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. Take a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax and your mind to settle. Then, bring your attention inward, focusing on your heart center. Imagine a warm, glowing light radiating from this area, filling you with a sense of warmth and openness. Start by directing loving kindness toward yourself. This might feel awkward at first, especially if you're accustomed to self-criticism or doubt. But remember, self-love isn't selfish, it's foundational. Without compassion for yourself, it's difficult to extend genuine care to others. Silently repeat phrases like, "May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe, may I live with ease." Allow each phrase to sink deeply into your consciousness, feeling their resonance in your body and mind. If resistance arises, acknowledge it without judgment and continue. Once you've spent several minutes cultivating loving kindness for yourself, expand your circle of compassion to include someone you care about deeply, a partner, family member, or close friend. Picture this person vividly in your mind, noticing their facial expressions, voice, and presence. Silently wish them well using the same phrases. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, may you live with ease. Visualize these wishes flowing from your heart to theirs, creating a bridge of connection and understanding. Next, shift your focus to someone neutral, someone you neither particularly like nor dislike. This could be a neighbor, co-worker, or cashier you see regularly but don't know well. Extend the same wishes of kindness to them, recognizing that they too desire happiness and freedom from pain. This step helps break down automatic judgments and assumptions, opening your heart to people who might otherwise remain invisible. Afterward, turn your attention to someone challenging, a person who has hurt, annoyed, or frustrated you. This part of the practice can be uncomfortable as it requires confronting feelings of anger, resentment, or betrayal. Approach it with patience and curiosity, acknowledging that holding on to negativity harms you more than it harms them. Silently repeat the phrases, "May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, may you live with ease." You don't need to condone harmful behavior or reconcile with this individual. Simply recognize their humanity and wish them well from a distance. Finally, broaden your scope to encompass all beings everywhere. Imagine your heart expanding infinitely, sending waves of loving kindness to every corner of the planet, to humans, animals, plants, and ecosystems. Use inclusive phrases like, "May all beings be happy, may all beings be healthy, may all beings be safe, may all beings live with ease." Feel the vastness of this intention, knowing that your practice contributes to a collective field of positivity and healing. Throughout the process, it's normal for distractions to arise. Your mind might wander, emotions might surface, or doubts might creep in. When this happens, gently guide your attention back to the phrases and the intention behind them. Remember, loving kindness meditation isn't about achieving perfection. It's about planting seeds of compassion that will grow over time. One common misconception about loving kindness meditation is that it requires intense emotion. Some practitioners worry they're doing it wrong if they don't feel overwhelming waves of love or joy. In reality, the goal isn't to manufacture specific feelings, but to cultivate an attitude of goodwill. Even if you feel neutral or detached during the practice, the mere act of setting an intention is enough to create change. Over time, subtle shifts occur beneath the surface, influencing how you relate to yourself and others. Another challenge is dealing with resistance, especially when directing loving kindness toward difficult individuals. It's natural to feel conflicted or skeptical about wishing happiness to someone who has caused harm. In these moments, remind yourself that loving kindness doesn't mean excusing bad behavior or ignoring boundaries. Instead, it's about releasing toxic emotions that weigh you down and replacing them with clarity and peace. Think of it as a gift to yourself, a way of freeing up mental space to focus on what truly matters. For those new to loving kindness meditation, consistency is key. Start with short sessions, 5 to 10 minutes, and gradually increase duration as you become more comfortable. Incorporate the practice into your daily routine, ideally after mindfulness or breath-focused meditation, which helps calm the mind and prepare it for deeper work. Over time, you'll notice its effects spilling over into your interactions, decisions, and worldview. Loving kindness meditation also complements other forms of meditation beautifully. For example, combining it with mindfulness creates a powerful synergy. Mindfulness teaches you to observe thoughts and emotions without attachment, while loving kindness fills the resulting space with positivity and care. Similarly, pairing it with gratitude practices amplifies both disciplines, reinforcing a cycle of appreciation and generosity. In addition to formal meditation, you can integrate loving kindness into daily life through small, intentional acts. Smile at a stranger, offer sincere compliments, or perform random acts of kindness without expecting anything in return. Each gesture reinforces the values cultivated during meditation, strengthening your capacity for empathy and connection. Ultimately, loving kindness meditation is a practice of radical inclusion. It invites you to see beyond differences, whether cultural, political, or personal, and recognize the shared essence of all living beings. By nurturing compassion within yourself, you contribute to a ripple effect that touches countless lives, creating a more harmonious and compassionate world. In summary, loving kindness meditation is a profound tool for cultivating compassion, reducing suffering, and fostering connection. Through simple yet meaningful phrases, it transforms the way you relate to yourself and others, replacing negativity with positivity and fear with trust. While the practice may feel unfamiliar or challenging at first, its rewards are immeasurable. With dedication and patience, you'll discover that love isn't something you find outside yourself. It's a boundless resource waiting to be nurtured within. Chapter 7. Dealing with distractions. Distractions are an inevitable part of meditation and life itself. Whether it's the incessant buzz of your phone, the chatter of your own thoughts, or the pull of external stimuli, distractions can make meditation feel frustrating, especially for beginners. But here's the truth. Distractions aren't obstacles to overcome, they're integral to the practice. Learning how to navigate them skillfully transforms meditation from a struggle into an opportunity for growth. In this chapter, we'll explore why distractions arise, how to work with them effectively, and how to reframe them as allies rather than enemies. Let's start by understanding what distractions are and why they occur. At its core, a distraction is anything that pulls your attention away from the present moment. This could be a thought, a sound, a physical sensation, or even an emotion. Distractions happen because our minds are naturally active. They're designed to process information, solve problems, and anticipate future scenarios. While this adaptability served our ancestors well in survival situations, it often works against us in modern times, where constant stimulation keeps our brains perpetually engaged. During meditation, distractions become particularly noticeable because you're deliberately creating space for awareness. Without the usual busyness to occupy your mind, thoughts and sensations that might otherwise go unnoticed rise to the surface. This isn't a sign that you're doing something wrong, it's proof that you're paying attention. Meditation acts like a mirror, reflecting the contents of your mind so you can observe them without judgment. The first step in dealing with distractions is recognizing their inevitability. Many people approach meditation with the expectation that they should achieve a state of complete mental silence. When thoughts inevitably intrude, they assume they've failed. But meditation isn't about stopping your thoughts. It's about noticing them and choosing how to respond. Instead of fighting distractions, view them as opportunities to strengthen your focus and resilience. Now let's break down the most common types of distractions and strategies for addressing them. 1. Internal distractions, thoughts and emotions. Internal distractions include wandering thoughts, memories, fantasies, worries, and emotions. These are perhaps the most pervasive distractions during meditation. You might find yourself replaying conversations, planning tomorrow's tasks, or ruminating on past mistakes. When these thoughts arise, resist the urge to label them as good or bad. Simply acknowledge their presence. There's a thought about work. And gently guide your attention back to your anchor, whether that's your breath, a mantra, or a visualization. One helpful analogy is to think of your thoughts as clouds drifting across the sky. Some clouds are light and fluffy, while others are dark and stormy. Regardless of their appearance, they all pass eventually. Your job isn't to chase after them or try to change them. It's to observe them from a distance and let them move on naturally. Over time, this practice helps you develop equanimity, the ability to remain calm and centered, no matter what arises. Emotions too can act as distractions. Feelings of frustration, boredom, or restlessness often accompany prolonged periods of stillness. Instead of suppressing these emotions, invite curiosity. Ask yourself, where do I feel this emotion in my body? Is it sharp or dull, heavy or light? By investigating sensations objectively, you create distance between yourself and the emotion, reducing its intensity. 2. External distractions, sounds and sensory inputs. External distractions encompass sounds, sights, smells, and other sensory inputs from your environment. A car honking outside, a dog barking, or the hum of an air conditioner can disrupt your focus. Similarly, visual stimuli like sunlight streaming through a window or the sight of clutter in your peripheral vision might draw your attention away. When external distractions arise, remind yourself that they don't have to derail your practice. In fact, incorporating them into your meditation can deepen your experience. For example, instead of resisting the sound of traffic, use it as an anchor for mindfulness. Notice its pitch, rhythm, and volume. Allow it to coexist with your awareness, neither clinging to it nor pushing it away. This technique not only enhances your ability to concentrate, but also teaches you how to embrace imperfections in your environment. If certain distractions are particularly disruptive, such as loud construction noise or household commotion, you may need to adjust your setting, choose a quieter location, use earplugs, or meditate at a different time of day when disturbances are minimal. Remember though, that complete silence isn't necessary. Part of meditation is learning to adapt to whatever conditions arise, just as you would in daily life. 3. Physical discomfort. aches, itches, and restlessness. Physical discomfort is another frequent source of distraction. Sitting still for extended periods can lead to stiffness, tingling, or pain in various parts of the body. If you notice discomfort, start by assessing its severity. Mild sensations, such as an itch or slight tension, can often be observed mindfully without needing to react. Bring your attention to the area in question and explore it with curiosity. What does the sensation feel like? Does it change over time? Sometimes, simply acknowledging discomfort reduces its power to distract. For more intense discomfort, consider adjusting your posture slightly. Shift your weight, stretch your legs briefly, or uncross your ankles. Avoid making drastic movements, as these can break your concentration entirely. Additionally, warming up with gentle stretches before meditation can prevent some forms of physical strain. Experiment with different postures, seated, kneeling, or lying down, to find what feels most sustainable. Restlessness is closely related to physical discomfort. If you feel fidgety or unable to settle, try grounding techniques. Focus on the points of contact between your body and the floor, cushion, or chair. Imagine roots extending downward, anchoring you firmly in place. Alternatively, engage in a walking meditation, which combines mindful movement with focused breathing. Walking meditation allows restless energy to flow outward while maintaining a meditative state. 4. Mental resistance, doubt, impatience, and frustration. Perhaps the trickiest type of distraction is mental resistance, the voice inside your head that says, "This isn't working, I'm wasting my time," or "I'll never get this right." These doubts can undermine your confidence and motivation, leading to impatience or frustration. When this happens, pause and reflect on why you started meditating in the first place. Reconnect with your intention, whether it's to reduce stress, cultivate compassion, or simply take better care of yourself. Remind yourself that meditation is a journey, not a destination. Progress isn't linear, and setbacks are part of the process. Celebrate small victories. For instance, noticing a distracting thought and returning to your breath demonstrates discipline and awareness. Treat yourself with kindness, just as you would a friend struggling with a challenge. To counteract impatience, adopt a playful attitude toward distractions. Instead of viewing them as failures, see them as opportunities to practice patience and persistence. Each time you refocus your attention, you're strengthening your mindfulness muscle. Much like lifting weights builds physical strength. Over time, this effort compounds, leading to greater stability and clarity. Reframing distractions as teachers. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is reframing distractions as teachers rather than adversaries. Every distraction offers valuable insights into your habits, preferences, and triggers. For example, if you repeatedly lose focus on your breath and drift into planning mode, it might indicate a tendency to prioritize future goals over present experiences. If certain emotions consistently arise during meditation, they could point to unresolved issues that need attention. By observing distractions non-judgmentally, you gain a deeper understanding of your mind's patterns. This awareness empowers you to respond more skillfully, not only during meditation but also in everyday situations. For instance, if you catch yourself zoning out during a conversation, you can gently bring your attention back to the speaker. If you notice irritation building in response to minor inconveniences, you can pause and breathe before reacting impulsively. Practical tips for managing distractions. Here are some practical strategies to help you manage distractions effectively. Set clear intentions. Before each session, remind yourself why you're meditating. Having a clear purpose strengthens your resolve and minimizes the temptation to give up when distractions arise. Use anchors. Wisely, choose an anchor such as your breath, a mantra, or a visualization that resonates with you. Anchors provide a stable reference point to return to whenever your mind wanders. Practice non-attachment. Let go of the desire to control outcomes. Meditation isn't about achieving a particular state. It's about showing up fully regardless of what happens. Be patient with yourself. Progress takes time. Trust the process and remember that every moment of mindfulness contributes to lasting change. Experiment with techniques. If one approach doesn't work, try another. For example, if focusing on your breath feels challenging, switch to body scans, loving-kindness meditation, or guided practices. Reflect afterward. Spend a few moments after each session reflecting on your experience. What distractions arose? How did you handle them? What did you learn? Reflection deepens your understanding and prepares you for future sessions. The bigger picture, life beyond meditation. Finally, it's important to recognize that dealing with distractions in meditation mirrors dealing with challenges in life. Both require patience, adaptability, and self-compassion. By mastering the art of navigating distractions during meditation, you equip yourself with tools to face real-world difficulties with greater ease and wisdom. In summary, distractions are not roadblocks but stepping stones on the path to mindfulness. They reveal the inner workings of your mind, offering opportunities for growth and transformation. By embracing distractions with curiosity and kindness, you cultivate resilience, focus, and inner peace. And as you continue your meditation journey, remember that the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Each moment of awareness brings you closer to a calmer, clearer, and more compassionate version of yourself. Chapter 8. Integrating Mindfulness to Daily Life. Mindfulness isn't something you only practice during formal meditation sessions. It's a way of being that can permeate every aspect of your life. While sitting quietly and focusing on your breath is invaluable, the true power of mindfulness lies in its ability to transform ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences. In this chapter, we'll explore how to integrate mindfulness into your daily routine, turning mundane tasks into opportunities for growth, connection, and joy. Let's begin by addressing a common misconception. Mindfulness requires setting aside large chunks of time for dedicated practice. While carving out space for meditation is beneficial, mindfulness doesn't need to be confined to a cushion or a specific hour of the day. It's about bringing awareness to whatever you're doing, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem. Whether you're brushing your teeth, commuting to work, or washing dishes, mindfulness invites you to show up fully and engage deeply with the present moment. One of the simplest ways to cultivate mindfulness throughout the day is through mindful eating. How often do you rush through meals, barely tasting your food, while scrolling through your phone or watching TV? Mindful eating encourages you to slow down and savor each bite, paying attention to flavors, textures, aromas, and even the sounds your utensils make as they meet the plate. Start by taking a moment before eating to express gratitude for the farmers who grew the ingredients, the chefs who prepared the meal, or simply the nourishment it provides. Then chew slowly, noticing how the food feels in your mouth and how it satisfies your hunger. This practice not only enhances your enjoyment of food, but also improves digestion and helps prevent overeating. Another powerful opportunity for mindfulness arises during transitions, the moments between activities when we tend to operate on autopilot. For example, moving from home to work, switching tasks at the office, or transitioning from waking up to starting your day are all rich with potential for presence. Instead of rushing through these intervals, pause briefly to check in with yourself. Take 3 deep breaths, feel your feet firmly planted on the ground, and set an intention for what comes next. These micro moments of mindfulness create continuity and flow, reducing stress and enhancing productivity. Walking is another activity ripe for mindfulness. Most of us walk without giving it much thought, our minds preoccupied with to-do lists, worries, or random musings. Mindful walking transforms this routine act into a meditative experience. Begin by standing still for a moment, feeling the weight of your body distributed evenly across both feet. As you start walking, pay attention to the sensations in your legs, ankles, and soles. Notice the subtle shift of balance as one foot lifts off the ground and the other lands again. If you're outdoors, take in the sights, sounds, and smells around you, the rustling leaves, chirping birds, or fresh breeze against your skin. Even if you're indoors, focus on the rhythm of your steps and the feeling of movement. Walking mindfully connects you to your body and surroundings, grounding you in the here and now. Communication offers yet another avenue for practicing mindfulness. So often our conversations are hijacked by distractions, our phones buzzing, our minds wandering, or our eagerness to respond overshadowing our ability to listen. Mindful communication involves giving others your full attention, maintaining eye contact, and truly hearing what they're saying without judgment or interruption. Before responding, pause for a breath, allowing space for reflection. This simple act fosters deeper connections, reduces misunderstandings, and cultivates empathy. Even seemingly tedious chores like cleaning or organizing can become acts of mindfulness. Instead of viewing these tasks as burdensome obligations, approach them with curiosity and care. When washing dishes, for instance, notice the warmth of the water, the scent of the soap, and the sensation of your hands scrubbing away residue. Imagine releasing tension and negativity along with the dirt, creating a sense of renewal alongside a clean kitchen. Similarly, folding laundry can be an exercise in precision and patience, each fold a gesture of love for yourself and your home. By infusing routine chores with mindfulness, you reclaim control over your attitude and transform drudgery into delight. Technology too presents endless opportunities and challenges for mindfulness. On one hand, smartphones, laptops, and social media bombard us with notifications, advertisements, and endless streams of information. On the other hand, technology can serve as a tool for cultivating awareness if used intentionally. For example, instead of mindlessly scrolling through apps, set boundaries around screen time. Use apps designed to promote mindfulness, such as guided meditation platforms or gratitude journals. When sending emails or messages, read them aloud before hitting send, ensuring your words convey kindness and clarity. By using technology mindfully, you harness its benefits without succumbing to its pitfalls. Work environments, whether in an office or remotely, are fertile ground for integrating mindfulness. Many jobs demand high levels of focus and multitasking, which can lead to burnout and overwhelm. Mindfulness helps counteract these pressures by fostering concentration and emotional regulation. Start your workday with a brief meditation or breathing exercise to center yourself. Throughout the day, take short breaks to stretch, breathe, or step outside for fresh air. During meetings, resist the urge to multitask. Instead, listen actively and contribute thoughtfully. At the end of the day, reflect on your accomplishments and areas for improvement, celebrating progress rather than dwelling on setbacks. Physical movement is another key area where mindfulness shines. Activities like yoga, tai chi, qigong, and even weightlifting can double as mindfulness practices if approached with intention. Pay attention to your body's alignment, the quality of your movements, and the sensations that arise. For example, during yoga, focus on the stretch in your muscles, the steadiness of your breath, and the balance in your posture. When lifting weights, tune into the contraction and release of your muscles, the rhythm of your repetitions, and the strength you're building. By combining mindfulness with physical activity, you amplify the benefits of both, promoting holistic well-being. Sleep is perhaps one of the most overlooked aspects of mindfulness. Many people struggle with falling asleep or staying asleep due to racing thoughts, anxiety, or general restlessness. Practicing mindfulness before bed can help prepare your mind and body for restful sleep. Try a guided body scan meditation, progressively relaxing each part of your body from head to toe. Alternatively, use a breathing technique like box breathing or diaphragmatic breathing to calm your nervous system. Dim the lights, disconnect from screens, and create a soothing bedtime ritual that signals to your brain it's time to wind down. Nature provides countless opportunities for mindfulness, serving as a reminder of life's beauty and impermanence. Whether you live near mountains, forests, beaches, or urban parks, spending time outdoors reconnects you to something larger than yourself. Practice nature bathing by immersing yourself fully in the environment. Walk barefoot on the earth, listen to the wind rustling through trees, or watch clouds drift across the sky. Allow nature to awaken your senses and inspire awe. Research shows that exposure to green spaces reduces stress, boosts mood, and enhances creativity, making outdoor mindfulness a win-win for your mental and physical health. Finally, let's talk about self-compassion, an essential component of mindfulness often overlooked in favor of external focus. Being mindful means extending kindness not only to others but also to yourself. When you make mistakes, face failures, or feel inadequate, resist the temptation to criticize yourself harshly. Instead, acknowledge your humanity and offer yourself the same compassion you'd extend to a friend. Silently repeat phrases like, "May I be kind to myself. May I accept my imperfections. May I grow stronger with each challenge." Self-compassion builds resilience, empowering you to navigate difficulties with courage and grace. Now let's address some practical tips for integrating mindfulness into daily life. Start small. You don't need to overhaul your entire routine overnight. Begin by choosing 1 or 2 activities such as eating breakfast or brushing your teeth, and commit to doing them mindfully. Gradually expand to other areas as you gain confidence. Use reminders. Place sticky notes, set alarms, or designate objects, like your phone or keys, as triggers to remind you to pause and check in with yourself throughout the day. Cultivate gratitude. Each morning or evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Gratitude shifts your perspective, helping you appreciate the positives in your life and fostering a mindset of abundance. Practice non-judgment. Approach every experience, whether pleasant or unpleasant, with openness and curiosity. Refrain from labeling situations as good or bad. Instead, observe them objectively. Be consistent. Like any skill, mindfulness improves with regular practice. Even a few minutes a day add up over time, creating lasting changes in your habits and outlook. Seek support. Join a mindfulness group, attend workshops, or connect with friends who share your interest. Having a community reinforces accountability and inspiration. In summary, mindfulness isn't limited to formal meditation. It's a lens through which you can view and interact with the world. By bringing awareness to everyday activities, you unlock their hidden richness, transforming the mundane into the magical. Whether you're eating, walking, working, or sleeping, mindfulness invites you to embrace each moment with presence and gratitude. Over time, these small acts of intentionality accumulate, shaping a life characterized by peace, purpose, and fulfillment. And as you continue to weave mindfulness into the fabric of your existence, remember that the journey itself is the destination. Chapter 9, Building a Consistent Practice. Building a consistent meditation practice is one of the most rewarding yet challenging aspects of mindfulness. While it's easy to feel inspired in the beginning, perhaps after reading an inspiring book, attending a workshop, or watching a video like this, the real work lies in showing up day after day, even when motivation wanes. In this chapter, we'll explore why consistency matters, how to create sustainable habits, and strategies for overcoming common obstacles that arise along the way. Let's start by addressing why consistency is so important. Meditation isn't a quick fix. It's a gradual process that unfolds over time. Think of it like planting a garden. You wouldn't expect flowers to bloom overnight. You water the seeds daily, nurture the soil, and patiently wait for growth. Similarly, meditation requires regular care and attention. Each session builds upon the last, reinforcing neural pathways associated with focus, emotional regulation, and compassion. Research shows that the benefits of meditation compound with repetition, leading to measurable changes in brain structure, stress levels, and overall well-being. Consistency also helps anchor your practice in your daily life. When you meditate at the same time every day, whether it's first thing in the morning, during lunch breaks, or before bed, it becomes a predictable part of your routine. This predictability reduces decision fatigue, making it easier to stick with the habit. Over time, your body and mind begin to associate certain cues, like sitting on your cushion or hearing your alarm, with relaxation and presence. These associations deepen your practice, allowing you to slip into a meditative state more effortlessly. Now, building a consistent practice doesn't mean meditating for hours each day. In fact, shorter sessions done regularly are far more effective than sporadic marathons. Start with 5 or 10 minutes and gradually increase duration as you become more comfortable. The key is to show up consistently, no matter how brief your session may be. Even 5 minutes of mindful breathing can reset your nervous system, calm your mind, and set a positive tone for the rest of your day. So how do you build consistency? Let's break it down into actionable steps. 1. Set clear intentions. Before diving into your practice, take a moment to clarify why you're meditating. Is it to reduce stress, improve focus, cultivate compassion, or simply take better care of yourself? Having a clear purpose strengthens your resolve and keeps you motivated during challenging times. Write down your intention and revisit it regularly to remind yourself of what you're working toward. 2. Create a routine. Routines provide structure and stability, especially when forming new habits. Choose a specific time and place for your meditation practice, ideally aligned with your natural rhythms. For example, if you're a morning person, meditate shortly after waking up. If evenings suit you better, carve out time before dinner or bedtime. Consistency in timing and location reinforces the habit loop, making it easier to stay committed. 3. Start small and scale up. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is aiming too high. Setting unrealistic goals, like meditating for an hour every day right off the bat, sets you up for failure. Instead, start small and celebrate incremental progress. Begin with 3 to 5 minutes per session, then gradually increase to 10, 15, or 20 minutes as you gain confidence. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's persistence. 4. Use accountability tools. Accountability boosts adherence by creating external support systems. Track your progress using apps, journals, or calendars. Many meditation apps offer streak features that reward consecutive days of practice, providing a sense of accomplishment. Alternatively, pair up with a friend or join a meditation group where you can share experiences, challenges, and successes. Knowing someone else is counting on you or cheering you on can motivate you to keep going. 5. Be flexible but firm. Life is unpredictable, and there will inevitably be days when sticking to your routine feels impossible. On those occasions, adapt without guilt. Meditate for a shorter period, switch locations, or incorporate mindfulness into another activity like walking or eating. However, don't let flexibility turn into complacency. If you skip a session, acknowledge it without judgment and recommit immediately. Missing one day doesn't mean abandoning the entire habit, it means starting again tomorrow. 6. Embrace imperfection. Perfectionism is the enemy of consistency. It's tempting to judge yourself harshly if your mind wanders, you fall asleep during meditation, or you miss a day altogether. But remember, meditation isn't about achieving some ideal state. It's about showing up fully, flaws and all. Treat setbacks as learning opportunities rather than failures. Each time you return to your practice, you strengthen your resilience and self-compassion. 7. Leverage technology. Wisely, technology can either hinder or enhance your practice, depending on how you use it. Guided meditations, timers, and habit tracking apps can provide structure and motivation, especially in the early stages. Apps like Headspace, Calm, or Insight Timer offer guided sessions tailored to various needs, from stress reduction to sleep improvement. Just be mindful of screen time. If notifications or social media distract you, consider turning off unnecessary alerts during your practice. 8. Combine meditation with other habits. Pairing meditation with existing habits creates a powerful trigger-action-reward loop. For example, meditate immediately after brushing your teeth, drinking coffee, or exercising. Linking your practice to established routines ensures it becomes automatic over time. Additionally, combining meditation with other wellness practices such as yoga, journaling, or gratitude exercises amplifies its impact, fostering synergy between different aspects of self-care. 9. Reflect on your progress. Regular reflection helps reinforce your commitment and identify areas for improvement. At the end of each week or month, review your progress. What worked well? What challenges did you face? How has meditation influenced your mood, relationships, or productivity? Celebrate milestones, no matter how small, and adjust your approach based on insights gained. Reflection transforms your practice from a mechanical exercise into a dynamic journey of discovery. Overcoming common obstacles. Despite your best intentions, obstacles will inevitably arise. Here are some common challenges and strategies for addressing them. Lack of time. Many people cite busyness as a barrier to meditation. To counteract this, prioritize your practice by scheduling it like any other appointment. Wake up 10 minutes earlier, shorten your shower, or replace passive activities like scrolling through social media with mindful moments. Remember, investing in your mental health pays dividends throughout the day. Restlessness or boredom. Sitting still for extended periods can feel uncomfortable, especially for beginners. Combat restlessness by experimenting with different postures, incorporating movement-based practices like Tai Chi or walking meditation, or alternating between seated and lying down positions. If boredom arises, try switching techniques. Focus on your breath one day, visualize calming scenes the next, or explore loving-kindness meditation. Self-doubt or impatience. It's natural to question whether you're doing it right or wonder why you're not experiencing dramatic results. Remind yourself that meditation is a lifelong journey, not a destination. Trust the process and focus on effort rather than outcomes. Over time, subtle shifts accumulate, leading to profound transformations. External distractions. Noise, interruptions, and environmental factors can disrupt your concentration. Minimize distractions by choosing a quiet space, using earplugs or white noise machines, or meditating at less chaotic times. If complete silence isn't feasible, embrace sounds as part of your practice, using them as anchors for mindfulness. Burnout or plateaus. After initial enthusiasm, it's common to hit a plateau where motivation dips. Reinvigorate your practice by exploring new resources, books, podcasts, workshops, or retreats that reignite your curiosity. Alternatively, take a short break to prevent burnout, returning refreshed and renewed. The power of community and connection. While meditation is often portrayed as a solitary pursuit, community plays a vital role in sustaining long-term commitment. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals provides encouragement, accountability, and inspiration. Whether it's joining a local meditation group, participating in online forums, or attending retreats, connecting with others amplifies your practice. Sharing stories, exchanging tips, and celebrating collective progress fosters a sense of belonging and shared purpose. Additionally, teaching mindfulness to others, even informally, strengthens your own understanding and dedication. Explaining concepts to friends, family members, or colleagues forces you to articulate ideas clearly and reflect on your experiences deeply. Teaching also cultivates humility, reminding you that everyone's journey is unique and valuable. Deepening your relationship with meditation as your practice matures, you'll likely find yourself drawn to explore advanced techniques and philosophies. This deepening relationship reflects not only technical proficiency, but also a profound shift in perspective. Meditation ceases to be a chore or obligation and evolves into a cherished ritual, a sacred space where you reconnect with yourself amidst life's chaos. To deepen your practice, consider integrating elements of spirituality, ethics, or philosophy. Explore teachings from traditions like Buddhism, Taoism, or Vedanta, which offer rich frameworks for understanding consciousness, interconnectedness, and the nature of reality. Study texts such as the Dhammapada Tao Te Ching or Yoga Sutras, drawing wisdom applicable to modern life. Engage in contemplative practices like mantra repetition, visualization, or self-inquiry, expanding your toolkit for inner exploration. Retreats are another powerful way to deepen your practice. Immersing yourself in an extended period of silence allows you to dive beneath surface-level distractions and access deeper layers of awareness. Retreat settings minimize external stimuli, enabling uninterrupted focus and introspection. Whether you attend a weekend workshop or a multi-week program, retreats provide transformative experiences that ripple outward, influencing your daily life long after they've ended. Final thoughts on consistency. Ultimately, building a consistent meditation practice is about cultivating a mindset of kindness, patience, and perseverance. It's not about forcing yourself to sit still or punishing yourself for missing a session. It's about honoring your commitment to growth and well-being. Each time you return to your cushion or chair, bench or floor, you affirm your worthiness of peace, clarity, and joy. In summary, consistency is the cornerstone of a thriving meditation practice. By setting clear intentions, establishing routines, leveraging accountability tools, and embracing imperfection, you lay the groundwork for lasting change. Overcoming obstacles requires creativity, flexibility, and resilience, but the rewards, greater focus, reduced stress, enhanced relationships, and a deeper connection to yourself, are immeasurable. And as you continue to nurture your practice, remember that consistency isn't just about quantity, it's about quality. Every moment of mindfulness contributes to a life lived with greater presence, purpose, and fulfillment. Chapter 10. Deepening your journey. Deepening your meditation journey is about moving beyond the surface-level benefits, reduced stress, improved focus, better sleep, and exploring the profound transformations that arise when mindfulness becomes a way of life. While foundational practices like breath awareness and loving-kindness meditation provide essential tools for cultivating presence, there comes a point where you may feel called to go deeper. This chapter will guide you through advanced techniques, philosophical insights, and ways to integrate meditation into every facet of your existence, helping you unlock its full potential. Let's begin by acknowledging that deepening your practice doesn't mean abandoning what works. The basics remain invaluable. They're the roots that anchor your growth. However, as you become more comfortable with meditation, you'll naturally seek new challenges and opportunities for exploration. Like climbing a mountain, each step upward reveals a broader horizon, inviting you to expand your perspective and embrace greater complexity. One of the most powerful ways to deepen your journey is by exploring advanced meditation techniques. These methods build upon foundational practices, offering fresh avenues for insight and transformation. Here are a few examples. 1. Vipassana meditation. Vipassana, which translates to insight or clear seeing, is a cornerstone of Buddhist meditation. It involves observing the impermanent, unsatisfactory, and selfless nature of reality. Unlike mindfulness meditation, which focuses on present moment awareness, Vipassana encourages you to investigate the subtle processes of body and mind. For instance, during a Vipassana session, you might scan your body systematically, noting sensations like heat, tingling, or pressure. Over time, this practice reveals the interconnectedness of all phenomena and dissolves attachment to fixed identities or beliefs. To dive deeper into Vipassana, consider attending a structured retreat. Programs like those offered by S.N. Goenka emphasize silent meditation over several days, creating conditions for intense self-inquiry. While rigorous, these retreats foster breakthroughs in understanding and pave the way for lasting change. 2. Zen meditation, Zazen. Zen meditation, or Zazen, emphasizes posture, breath, and stillness. Practitioners sit upright in a dignified position, often facing a wall, focusing on their breath while letting thoughts come and go without interference. What sets Zazen apart is its emphasis on just sitting, not striving for enlightenment or trying to achieve anything specific. Instead, you simply exist, fully present in the moment. This radical simplicity strips away distractions, revealing the inherent clarity and spaciousness of the mind. For those drawn to Zen, studying under a teacher or joining a Sangha community can be invaluable. Zen teachers offer guidance on posture, technique, and philosophy, ensuring your practice aligns with traditional principles. Engaging with a community also fosters accountability and support, making the journey less solitary. 3. Mantra meditation. Mantra. Meditation uses repeated words, phrases, or sounds to quiet the mind and connect with higher states of consciousness. Popularized by traditions like Transcendental Meditation (TM), this practice involves silently repeating a mantra, a sacred syllable or phrase chosen specifically for its vibrational qualities. As you repeat the mantra, it acts as a vehicle for transcending ordinary thought patterns, leading to states of deep relaxation and expanded awareness. Mantras can be personalized based on your intentions. For example, Om symbolizes universal unity, while So Hum represents the breath and the flow of life energy. Experimenting with different mantras allows you to discover what resonates most deeply with you, enhancing your connection to the practice. 4. Visualization. Practices. Visualization meditation harnesses the power of imagination to create vivid mental images that evoke specific emotions or outcomes. For instance, you might visualize yourself surrounded by golden light, radiating peace and compassion outward. Alternatively, you could imagine walking through a serene forest, feeling calm and rejuvenated with each step. Visualization not only engages your creative faculties, but also reinforces positive qualities like confidence, resilience, and kindness. To deepen visualization practices, combine them with other techniques. For example, pair a loving kindness meditation with an image of someone you care about, sending waves of warmth and goodwill directly to them. Or envision obstacles in your life dissolving into mist, replaced by clarity and ease. 5. Self-inquiry and contemplative practices. Self-inquiry, popularized by spiritual teachers like Ramana Maharshi, involves asking fundamental questions such as, "Who am I?" or "What is the source of my thoughts?" This form of meditation challenges assumptions about identity, encouraging you to peel back layers of conditioning until you arrive at pure awareness. Contemplative practices, on the other hand, involve reflecting on philosophical teachings or ethical dilemmas, fostering critical thinking and moral development. Both approaches require courage and curiosity, as they push you to confront uncomfortable truths about yourself and the world. Yet, they also offer unparalleled rewards, freedom from limiting beliefs, increased authenticity, and a deeper understanding of life's mysteries. Beyond techniques, deepening your journey involves integrating meditation into your worldview. This means recognizing how mindfulness influences not only your personal well-being, but also your relationships, work, and contribution to society. Let's explore some key areas where meditation expands its impact. 1. Ethics and compassion. Mindfulness naturally leads to greater empathy and ethical behavior. When you cultivate awareness of your actions and their consequences, you begin to act with greater integrity. For instance, noticing how certain behaviors harm others inspires you to choose kindness instead. Similarly, practicing loving-kindness meditation strengthens your capacity for compassion, motivating you to serve others and contribute positively to the world. Consider adopting precepts or guidelines inspired by Buddhist ethics, such as refraining from harming living beings, speaking truthfully, and practicing generosity. These principles reinforce mindfulness, reminding you to align your actions with your values. 2. Interconnectedness and environmental awareness. Meditation awakens you to the interconnectedness of all life. As you observe the flow of breath, sensations, and thoughts, you realize that nothing exists in isolation. This realization fosters gratitude for the web of relationships that sustain you, from family and friends to ecosystems and the planet itself. Many practitioners find themselves drawn to environmental activism, recognizing the urgent need to protect Earth's resources and biodiversity. To deepen this connection, spend time in nature regularly. Practice eco-mindfulness by observing plants, animals, and landscapes with reverence. Reflect on how your choices impact the environment and commit to sustainable habits, such as reducing waste, conserving energy, and supporting green initiatives. 3. Creativity and flow. States: meditation enhances creativity by quieting the inner critic and opening space for novel ideas to emerge. Whether you're an artist, writer, musician, or entrepreneur, mindfulness helps you access flow states, those moments of effortless productivity and inspiration. By training your mind to stay present, you reduce resistance and allow creativity to flourish organically. To nurture your creative side, incorporate playful exercises into your practice. For example, use guided imagery to brainstorm solutions to problems, or experiment with spontaneous movement to express emotions non-verbally. Celebrate the process rather than fixating on results, embracing mistakes as opportunities for growth. 4. Spiritual exploration and transcendence. For many, meditation serves as a gateway to spirituality, not necessarily tied to religious dogma, but rooted in direct experience of the transcendent. Through practices like contemplation, devotion, or surrender, you tap into dimensions of consciousness beyond the ego. Moments of awe, bliss, or unity often accompany these experiences, leaving you with a profound sense of interconnectedness and purpose. If you're curious about spirituality, study texts from various traditions, attend workshops led by experienced teachers, or embark on pilgrimages to sacred sites. Keep an open mind, trusting that your path will unfold uniquely according to your needs and aspirations. Overcoming plateaus and stagnation. Even seasoned meditators encounter plateaus, periods where progress feels stagnant or motivation wanes. During these times, it's crucial to approach your practice with curiosity and humility. Ask yourself, have I grown complacent? Am I clinging to expectations? Is fear holding me back? To reignite momentum, shake things up. Try a new technique, switch locations, or adjust your schedule. Explore interdisciplinary approaches, combining meditation with yoga, tai chi, or expressive arts. Seek feedback from mentors or peers, gaining fresh perspectives on your strengths and blind spots. Above all, remember that plateaus are temporary. They prepare you for the next phase of growth, teaching patience and perseverance along the way. The role of gratitude and celebration. Finally, never underestimate the importance of gratitude and celebration in deepening your journey. Too often we focus exclusively on striving for improvement, neglecting to appreciate how far we've come. Take time to acknowledge milestones, no matter how small. Write down reflections on what you've learned, celebrate breakthroughs, and express thanks for the people who've supported you. Gratitude amplifies positivity, reinforcing your commitment to mindfulness. It shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance, reminding you that every step matters. Even setbacks hold value, offering lessons and opportunities for refinement. Final reflections on deepening your practice. In summary, deepening your meditation journey is a lifelong endeavor, shaped by curiosity, courage, and compassion. It's not about reaching some ultimate destination, it's about embracing the unfolding process with openness and trust. Advanced techniques, philosophical inquiry, and integration into daily life enrich your practice, expanding its scope and impact. Along the way, you'll face challenges, but each obstacle presents an opportunity for growth, resilience, and wisdom. As you continue to explore the depths of meditation, remember that the true essence of the practice lies within you. No amount of external knowledge or technique can substitute for heartfelt dedication and sincerity. Trust yourself to navigate the twists and turns of the path, knowing that every moment of mindfulness brings you closer to wholeness, harmony, and fulfillment. We've reached the end of our journey together in this video, but your personal exploration of meditation is just beginning. Today we've covered so much ground, from understanding what meditation truly is, to diving into mindfulness, loving kindness, and advanced techniques. We've explored how to set up your space, manage distractions, build consistency, and deepen your practice. But remember, all these tools and insights are only as powerful as the intention you bring to them. Meditation isn't a destination, it's an ongoing process, a lifelong relationship with yourself and the world around you. It's not about achieving perfection or reaching some mystical state of enlightenment overnight. Instead, it's about showing up, moment by moment, with curiosity and compassion. Every time you sit down to meditate, even if it's just for 5 minutes, you're planting seeds of peace, clarity, and resilience that will grow over time. One of the most beautiful aspects of meditation is its universality. Regardless of who you are, where you come from, or what challenges you face, this practice offers something for everyone. It doesn't require special equipment, expensive classes, or years of training. All it asks is that you show up, breathe, and be present. And yet, within that simplicity lies immense power, the power to transform your mind, heal your heart, and connect more deeply with life itself. As you move forward, I encourage you to approach your practice with patience and kindness. There will be days when meditation feels effortless, and others when it feels like a struggle. That's okay. What matters most is your willingness to keep trying, to keep coming back to the present moment, no matter how many times your mind wanders. Each effort strengthens your ability to stay grounded, focused, and compassionate, not just during meditation, but throughout your daily life. Remember too that meditation isn't meant to isolate you from the world. On the contrary, it connects you more fully to it. By cultivating awareness and empathy, you become better equipped to navigate relationships, handle stress, and contribute positively to your community. Whether you're practicing breath awareness at your desk, sending loving kindness to a stranger on the street, or simply pausing to appreciate the beauty of a sunset, every act of mindfulness ripples outward, touching lives far beyond your own. If there's one takeaway I hope you carry with you, it's this. Meditation is a gift you give yourself and, ultimately, to the world. It's a way of reclaiming your time, your energy, and your attention in a world that often pulls you in countless directions. It's a reminder that happiness isn't found in external achievements or possessions, but in the quiet moments of presence and connection that make life meaningful. Before we part ways, I want to thank you for joining me on this journey. Your decision to invest in your well-being, to take this step toward greater peace and clarity, is inspiring. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing to the Mindful Zone for more content like this. Share it with friends or family members who might benefit from starting their own meditation practice. Together, we can create a ripple effect, mindfulness and compassion that extends far beyond ourselves. Finally, as you go about your day, carry this spirit of mindfulness with you. Notice the little things, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the sound of birds singing, the gentle rhythm of your breath. Let these moments remind you of the beauty and wonder inherent in every single day. And whenever life feels overwhelming, return to your practice. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, and trust that everything you need is already within you. Thank you again for being here. Until next time, take care and keep breathing deeply. Namaste.